swab over there, look. And grass. Remember these roads are now...
Swan? Oh yeah. El Swanino. There's a bear. That's my bike, don't want to turn on. Hello, thank you. I've seen 2 cats playing in and around this area, so we're off because I've got a bad feeling I'm going to see one of them get twatted by a car, and I'm really not in the mood to see that today, so not like I'm ever in the mood to see that, but you get my drift. I don't want to see that shit. Suzuki Jimny there, or Jimmy as you like to call them. Nice little whips, to be fair. I'd like one. Kickstand is going up because I'll put it in first gear. That reminds me, actually, I remember when I first got my bike delivered, I was at work, and when I got home I went bursting into the garage like a kid on Christmas. Obviously sat on my bike, started it up, and then I wanted to just... We're stopping already. There is a car coming behind me, so we'll just tuck in a little bit. Anyway, I wanted to, you know, move my bike a little bit for the first time ever, so I sat on my bike, put it in first. Yeah, computer said no, and I must have done it 5-6 times, and I literally had no idea what was going on. Went in to ask my dad what is going on with this, and then he come out and then he mentioned the idea of the kickstand being down, and it was. So then I put my kickstand down, or up should I say, slapped it in first gear, and it actually worked, and I moved forward a foot. Honestly, the duration of time you wait from the moment you pay for your first motorbike and then waiting for it to be delivered, that time, it could be 3 days, it could be 4 days, it could be a week, right? Whatever number of days it is, bit of wetness, don't like that, it's going to feel triple it. Alright, so if you're waiting on your first bike, just bear that in mind, because all I was doing was sat watching YouTube of KTM Dukes every single day. So that probably didn't help, to be honest. So one of my tips to make time go faster whilst you're waiting on delivery of your first motorbike is don't watch any YouTube. Do not watch any YouTube, because it'll just make time go, or feel, a lot longer. I'm surprised I still know how to talk to a camera, to be honest, because it's been a long time coming since my last video. Just for context of where we are, we're in Haworth. It might still be classed as Haworth, or I'm not sure. Very windy, I can feel said wind pushing me across the road. Whoa, bumpy. I'm trying out motion blur on my GoPro for the first time, not specifically for the first time ever, because I've used it for other things a million times before. However, I've never used it for a bike ride, so we're gonna see how it... What the Jesus Christ, mate, he was going fast. I feel every time I come out on my bike, I just get reminded by God that life can just disappear within seconds. Like, if I would have, you know, hit a pothole and gone in front of that car, then I'd have literally landed on the moon. It were going that fast, it'd have hit me that hard, I'd have landed on the moon. This video is just a bit of... This video is just me chatting shit, really. There ain't much point to this video. I'm just going on a nice little ride because I haven't been in weeks. I've just been off a nice little holiday, and before that, like I say, I just haven't been getting out on my bike. The weather's dropped a little bit now, temperature's dropped, should I say. Stonehenge. What the? Why are there so many alpacas? What's going on? I'll tell you what, my single favourite thing to do on a motorbike is downshift, but rev match when you're downshifting. It is fantastic. I can only imagine the feeling you get from downshifting on a, I don't know, a 1290 Duke, a Fireblade, S1000 RR, because obviously when I downshift, like, it's not a fantastic sound, is it? It's a little 125. I remember watching a video of Kawasaki ZX6R, I'm pretty sure it was, and it hit like 5 downshifts in a row. It was crazy, and then just like took off at 1,000,000 miles an hour in the the sound was what dreams are made of. Yeah, even in my car, to be honest, I try rev match when I downshift, because it's better for the transmission, is it not? Better for the engine, kind of like preparing your car to say, look, I'm dropping a gear. I'm going to help you out, Mr. Motors, or whatever's in my engine. I'm going to have you spin fast before I change my gear, so you don't have to instantly just vroom. And I've just nearly died. Aaron, concentrate, lad. Anyway, I'm not a bloody mechanic, but I'm sure someone who knows more about me, which is the average human being, about mechanics, would possibly know exactly why it's good for rev matching. I mean, I don't know where. Which way? What's going on?
I don't know, but we go back that way, towards Haworth.
Right, we've turned round. Do a nice little road, so we're going to go have another bash.
How many miles is it from here home?
18 mile.
I should be alright. I think I've got enough.
Also, do you know what it is? I need a new helmet, man. I've been saying it for months, but it's just really hard because I've never dropped this helmet. You know what I mean? If I took a baby wipe to it or something and took pictures, it'd look brand new. I ain't got the original box, obviously, but I've got the back, which I put it in every time. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it'd be good to know no one else's opinions on, or their similar stories with helmets that they've had that aren't really fit them. It's really weird, right? So I could wear it. I mean, this is why I bought it, right? Because in the shop I put it on and obviously they say, oh yeah, have a little walk about with it on your head for 10-20 minutes. Well, that an owl? No, it won't. Or a pheasant, I think. Can pheasants fly? I don't know. Anyway, back to the story. Obviously when I had it on my head, it felt comfy, like it felt very cushioning, it felt lovely. It didn't feel too tight, and then after 10-20 minutes I didn't really have an headache, so I thought, this is lovely, I'll get this one. I liked it, white AGV, I thought, yeah, we'll get it. But then I soon found out, you know, on my first bike ride with it on, that were about 2 hours long, after an hour I got these really bad headaches, and obviously when I take my helmet off it'd instantly relieve. So obviously that's down to a poorly fitting helmet, but it's just really annoying, because then what am I supposed to do? You know, go to a shop, wear an helmet for an hour, and if it doesn't hurt after an hour, then you know you've got the right fit. But you can't stay there for an hour, can you, with an helmet on? I mean, on paper you can, but who does that? You know what I mean? No one does that, and people have nice fitting helmets. So I want to know, does anyone have any tips on helmets and how, you know, I know they say, oh, they fit them for you. They just grab your fucking cheeks, don't they, and say, oh, look left, look right. And if it doesn't slip off your head, then they'll be like, yeah, it fits that. Way fucking hell! I swear I got airtime then. There were 2 bikes but 1 cyclist. Oh, I've got an itch. Fucking hell. An itch just nearly cost me my life. I don't like the look of these roads, man, covered in gravel. Great. No, I've got wet tyres. This is very random, but with my A2 licence, I've got like a year and a half. Oh, See, that is beautiful. Ireland cow. Anyway, I've got like, I nearly said an hour and a half then. I've got a year and a half to do or get my A2 licence before I have to resit my theory. Now ideally I believe an hour, oh my fucking god, I keep saying an hour and a half. A year and a half is more than enough time. I'll probably do it like early next year, like February, March, April time. As long as it's not, you know, smashing down with snow, because it normally is like March time where I live. But hopefully if I could have my A2 licence for next summer, but then obviously it brings me on to my next question, right, or my next debate in my head that I'm having. I'd like to voice it out on a video, just in case anyone watches this little bit, they can give their opinion. So obviously when I first got into riding, the thought of an A2 licence and getting like a 790 Duke or a CBR 650R, whatever, that were like, yeah, I need that shit. Even more so maybe the sports style, like you know, like, well, like I've just said, like a Honda CBR or a Kawasaki Ninja, blah blah blah. And the reason I was turning away from a 390 Duke is because I've seen one in a dealership, I've sat on one in a dealership, and it's literally the exact same bike as to what I've got now, which is just the 125 Duke, except obviously I know it's got a bigger engine, but the whole layout and the size of the actual bike is the exact same. And to me, like, I want to go through my riding career, you know, and experience different bikes. I don't just want to be on the same one, do you know what I mean? So whereas the 790 Duke, it's still a bit small, but it is bigger, and it feels like a different bike. Even still, to be fair, I sat on, I think it was a 2019 KTM Duke 790, this like Nardo grey colour. It was lovely, but again, it had these grey buttons, it had the screen obviously, but I mean just like the buttons and that look the exact same. And I'm like, well, I don't want to go and spend 5, 6, 7 bloody grand, even more to get it insured, on a bike that when I'm sat on it feels the exact same. And I know it's a lot quicker and it's a lot gruntier, and it would be, you know, don't get me wrong, if I was sat on a 790 now, it'd feel lovely and I'd be enjoying myself. But I don't know, I feel like I'd get, not bored quickly, but do you know what I mean? Like I'd get used to it very, very quick, and I want to be on something where every time I get on it, I'm like, woof, you know what I mean? Obviously that's the case for anything. I could go get a Kawasaki Ninja. After 6 months of riding it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, it's boring, do you know what I mean? Because, well, not boring, you know what I mean? Fucking hell, not trying to call it boring, I'm just trying to say, you know, the same layout over and over again. You get used to it and it don't hit the same. But I want to experience that new, like that new bike feeling, and I feel like if I got a Duke again, it wouldn't be like that. I wouldn't get that feeling. It'd be like, well, I've got a new bike, but it's pretty much the same. Hello again, hello again. So yeah, that's the predicament I'm in at the minute. Obviously closer to time, I'll probably have more of a definitive idea on what type of bike I want. Honda CBR 650R, like the sound, they sound lovely. Like, I think they're one of the best sounding A2 bikes you could possibly have. Jesus. I remember, I think it's the CB rider on TikTok commented on one of my videos when I was sort of asking the same question of like, do I get a sports like a Ninja or a 790 Duke? And he said you'd regret it if you got a Ninja over a Duke, because the Duke's got a lot more gruntiness, a lot more torque. You feel like you're riding a much bigger bike, whereas like a Ninja don't really feel like that. So yeah, give me your thoughts in the comments. I realise I've just done a hell of a lot of waffling there, but hopefully you get me drift. I mean, don't get me wrong, a 390 Duke for example would be cheaper on insurance, cheaper bike in general, cheaper to run, all that. It would feel nippy. But yeah man, I want that new bike feeling. I mean, especially if I go and get like a 390 Duke 2018 model, it is the exact same bike. I mean, it's the exact same size, like frame wise as well, isn't it? I'm pretty sure, because people, you know, boss job a 125, take out the engine and install a 390 engine in it and register it as a 125, very naughtily so. But people do it, and they do it because it fits, and they do it because the insurance is 125, so it's a lot cheaper. But you know, I'm just stalled, my fucking bike just cut out. Sound, so I'm in the middle of the road and it cuts out. I'm here debating whether I should get a Duke or a Ninja or a CBR, And I think my fucking Duke has just said, you know what, I'll give you an answer for you, sunshine. Here, cut out in middle of the road. I mean, that aside, I do enjoy riding the Duke. I think it looks cool as well. But I don't know, I feel like I look quite big on a Duke as well. Like, I feel like I look a little big on a Duke as well. When there's fucking, oh, look at that, the cabinet of curiosities filled with pumpkins already. We are in September, so I'm not sure why. Don't think he likes bikes. I'm just saying in my head, whatever you do, don't fall off. Not in front of everyone. I'd just have to jump off my bike and start poking eyes out, because there's no way anyone can go home having witnessed that and have no repercussions. Oh Christ alive, it smells like vinegar. That was disgusting, mate. That literally smelled like someone had opened a lid off a bottle of vinegar. It's shoving it in my face. Honestly, if you have vinegar on your chips, man, fix up. Jesus Christ. Could have killed the man. Specifically, me. Yeah, well, I can't do that. Thanks, mate, thank you. Lay off that throttle, cheeky look. Whoa, dirt on floor, don't really like that. Drop a gear and stay near, because I'm definitely not disappearing.